Spoiler alert, yeah, I know. Behind me, I got the truck. Successful. We've had a successful approach, a successful grab, snatch and grab with this thing. This is her in all of her glory. The exposure's a little insane right now, but you get the picture, you get the point. Before we get into this entire video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe down below if you want to see more of these videos. I'm just giving you some encouragement if you want to, because it'll help you. Some people don't know. If you know and you don't want to, that's fine. Onward. What I want to get into before we go into this entire video, 90% of this is set up. If this is your first video of you trying to look into how to negotiate a vehicle, there are some practices involved in here that I personally find totally ethical and totally good to use, because dealerships always throw smoke and mirrors at you. Any of the dealerships involved in this video, if their names are shown or whatever, great places. It's just a matter of me trying to get my price that I want and what I'm willing to pay. It's not what you can afford, it's what you're willing to pay ultimately. And TRD Pros are a pretty poor example of a vehicle you want to negotiate. They give no incentives, rarely any incentives, but typically no incentives. They really don't need to, only due to the fact that there's gonna be a sale lined up no matter what. This was a specimen that was ordered to spec. Basically, it's not a loaded TRD Pro, even though TRD Pros are loaded. It's an automatic TRD Pro that didn't have any of the extra bullshit. I can show you the window sticker, but this is the beginning of the video. Stay tuned. We're gonna stick into the whole setup process, planning process, calling process, negotiation process, and just try to work this unnegotiable vehicle to a price that we can somewhat leverage slightly. Should we ever need to sell it, which I'm probably not going to unless I hate it. I think I love this thing. Well, I know I love this thing. Once I saw this Lunar Rock color, ooh, I knew we were in there. And enjoy.
Can you catch me a squirrel for the ride?
Definitely. You ready to do this?
Fuck yeah! Maybe. I don't really know. I've never done this.
Picking up a check from PenFed. Call some dealerships, intermingle with them, and try to see if we can get them to barter down on the prices. There, give you a good little vantage point. What I like to do, and a lot of you have expressed interest in previous videos for the Z06, this Z06, for example, how I got it so fucking cheap. And one of the major keys is to get your financing and payment, if you're not paying cash, down ahead of time. That way you have more buying power once you come into the dealerships. You can walk in and just kind of not get sucked through their vicious sales funnel. That's what we're doing right now. I'm picking up the check from PenFed, and here they are. So I'm gonna talk to this guy. Hello. How are you? Film that. Sweet, this is what I was talking about. I call some dealerships just so I can kind of get the ball rolling. There's one I particularly want. I am totally okay with paying MSRP for this. I understand the Lunar Rock with it being a special edition color and whatnot. Most dealerships want 3,000 to 5,000 over MSRP, but not today. Yeah, so next I'm just gonna call some dealerships and see what in the hell we can
Quality assurance. For sales, press 1. Service, 2.
Hey, good morning, Tommy. Could I speak to an experienced sales associate, please?
For training purposes,
British chick.
if you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time.
I don't even want this one.
Anna speaking, how can I help you? We just got it in. I don't know if we're going over.
Probably 20 minutes away from you guys right now, and I'm actually working out a deal on another one, and I noticed you guys had that and you're so close to me, I wanted to call and see if maybe we could work something out.
That deal's non-existent.
Okay, so I'm a liar.
I just don't believe it.
Right now, I'm on my way to another Toyota dealership. I'm not too far from you guys. I've been looking for a Lunar Rock 2021 TRD Pro. I was grabbing something today regardless, and I have payment ready too, so.
I gotcha. It is here. It is available.
Worked out around 45 out the door. So.
You have a trade-in?
No trade. I'm just buying it outright.
Yeah, I doubt someone got that number on this truck.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I doubt that deal exists.
Oh God, I gotta get that. Is it a waste of time for me to come in there? Should I go pay that for that truck then?
I believe there is an adjusted market value on the vehicle of about $3,000.
I mean, the TRD Pro is loaded anyway. You guys have the running boards on it. This one doesn't have a running board.
Can I help you?
Colleen! It's Matt. I don't know if you remember.
However, it is Black Friday.
Yeah.
My manager, I have the truck.
I've been scouring for these TRD Pros.
You know, he's gonna want to make any and every possible deal today.
I'm on my way down to another state, and I had a deal ready for that, but if you guys can beat the price, I mean, just to be honest and open with you to kind of speed things up, I don't want to waste your time. Today is the day.
Well, it's a good thing, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Right.
We're right around 48 out the door. You guys don't want to do anything with that then?
No, not at that number. No.
They're not going to do it on a TRD Pro.
And you wouldn't be able to come anywhere around there. I'm 20 minutes away from you.
I mean, if it was another Tacoma, yes, but not on a TRD Pro. They're not going to.
Do you want to do it or not? You know what I mean? I don't want to waste your time.
Yeah, and I mean, without even going to my manager, so that would be essentially you paying cash for 48 out the door.
Well, what about the breakdown of the numbers?
Usually when a dealer, gives you an out the door, they'll give you a breakdown of the price and everything as well.
Yes. Yeah, they're. What are you questioning about the pricing? They.
What's the MSRP and the sale price?
MSRP is $47,955.
Can't go low on the number.
Could I talk to the sales manager? Is that possible?
You're not going to get to. This is not going to be a negotiable vehicle.
48,474.
Okay.
It's not going to be a negotiable vehicle.
You guys wouldn't be able to do that? You wouldn't have any.
I can ask you.
It's not going to be a negotiable vehicle.
45.50 out the door.
But you're talking a couple $1,000.
Yeah, I know.
Which isn't going to happen on this vehicle. It's just not the right vehicle.
I don't have a lot of time to kill. If you guys aren't gonna flex around that, it's all right. I don't need to prove anything to you. I really don't care.
No one's selling TRD Pros out of loss.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out.
But 48 out the door is even, that's
It's crazy.
that's an invoice. Yeah, I don't know how. That's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I think that's.
Incentives do you guys have right now? Are you running any incentives that are different from other dealerships in other states?
You're not familiar with the Pro?
Give me a call back, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be like 51.
It's not going to be a negotiable vehicle.
50, 51, somewhere around there, in between there.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate your honesty. Appreciate your help.
All right.
You're welcome.
See, that was better. It was better because I had to loosen up the reins a little bit, just because 45 out the door is fucking insane. If you don't know what out the door terms are, out the door means tax tags, all the scammy fees that they like to charge and all that stuff. I gotta get fuel, I'm about to run out of fuel. What I'm gonna do now is try to find another expendable dealership and see if they can kind of dance with that. Whatever they come up with, I'll bring that to the dealership, to the vehicle I actually want. When you deal with cars like this and like a specific like trim and everything, that'll happen a lot. That's why I wanted to call a dealership that wasn't like a place I was gonna go to. Remember when I was saying I wanted to call a spot in like Philly, not Philly, but like PA, and see what was going on. That way we could use that. With that said, I will make a wrong turn. Shit. Thank you. How's your day going? Any Black Friday deals? Alright. Chance to rip. I'm doing this so I can get a better deal on the truck. Calvin Klein. If anyone's wondering. Call another dealership. I think I have what I need. I think I just need to hear back from this bitch. I think I should call Short Toyota now.
Yeah, definitely.
Just a recap of what we're doing. Sorry if it's long-winded, but it is what it is. Just collecting material, data, leverage, things like that, so I can kind of use them against each other. Realistically, I want this at MSRP, so like anything extra is extra.
Yeah, call me after you go see the other dealer.
Sounds good. Hopefully I don't walk away with it. Have a good one. What you don't really want to do is call them back. We're just gonna head down the short 30 grand, you know?
I got you.
So out the door, I'm just curious what your number is. Just because I'm near another dealership right now, about 20 minutes away, and this little specimen you guys have is the perfect. Yeah, it's the perfect truck because it doesn't have those added features, which those kind of can yield more of the markup and stuff, and I don't want it. So it's like it could be a perfect marriage if we did come to an agreement, which I'm sure we can. I know you're saying they're not discounting it. Is there any way we can get that to 55, like 50,500?
I doubt it. But let me ask the powers to be. I'll call you back in 5 minutes.
See the escalation, the different layers of escalation. Yeah. We got past the breadcrumbs. Now we're at like the pudding, and then we're eventually gonna get to the whipped cream.
Oh, that cream.
Yeah, the creme. The other ones we didn't get this far. And again, kind of going back to like, for you watching the vehicle you want, start with the one you want the least, because that's the one you're gonna fuck up on. That's the one you're gonna kind of shake the rust out on, and then move up to other stuff. Show them where the fuck we're driving right now. We're like in the middle of nowhere.
We're in fucking Amish country right now.
Amish country plus a Wawa.
51,998 is all I got, dude.
51,998.
So 52 grand practically. So.
We'll take it from there. All right, how's that sound?
All right, you got it. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, thank you, brother. Like 30 minutes maybe.
You got it.
Take it easy.
All right.
Fuck the sushi. We'll get sushi after. We can just cut through here. Ooh. So we have attacked the beast. TRD Pro, something that doesn't offer any incentives. They usually sell at a markup. We're getting roughly under MSRP. So the deal isn't done yet. So we have some juice to squeeze out potentially. Short Toyota, everyone. Welcome. We're just gonna park right behind it. There. Let's go to the fucking side. We're here. So that's the difference.
From all the information is correct.
Traded it in. All right, are you ready to? Someone's gonna drive this thing back. Here we are. All right, let's get you in here. She is. And that brings us all back here where we started the video, sort of, even though this was filmed, well, that was filmed like 10 seconds prior to this, but you get the point. What I'm getting at is we have the truck, we got a good price. I didn't go past my budget. PenFed initially approved me for $55,000 for this truck. They typically go 110 over the value of the vehicle, market value. That's pretty much where they were with tax and tags and all that stuff. It's kind of where you would be. As you may have seen in the video, I probably show a picture of the check, but I think the number I asked them to give me was $52,750, I believe. If we were any higher than that, any slightly amount over that, I was walking. I want this truck badly, and I would gladly pay MSRP. I would gladly pay what I paid all day long. I would gladly pay everything. I don't know if I would want to pay that markup. I'd rather get it used. The only thing is with the TRD Pros is when they're used, they're only slightly less expensive than if you were to just get a brand new one with no miles. You know nobody did anything to it. If you buy it used, you don't know what the previous owner did. I'm sure he's a great guy. if you're looking for one that's used, but you never know. So you always have to assume the worst, and that's where we are with that. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope maybe it gave you some insight onto the buying process. I'm not saying I have the best negotiation processes. Obviously, this is a very poor example. If you're new to negotiating, this is a very poor example because there's not a lot of wiggle room in these. There is so much wiggle room in even a regular Tacoma. My Z06, $104,000 MSRP, out the door and everything. I was about 103 or so. You're looking at 76 out the door, so I talked that down 30 grand. A lot of variables. I'll get into that in another video. I will get into that in another video. I can't say that enough. You guys ask about that a lot, and I'm gonna bring that content to you. But for right now, here's what we have. That's what we got. Hopefully this helped you and gave you some insight, made you a little bit more confident. And just if you do want to try and negotiate it, you gotta kind of leverage things. You gotta set things up. The initial phone call I made, I didn't have a deal set up, but I wanted to gauge this guy. I expected that call to go south, and it's totally okay. I think I even said it on camera that this is gonna go terrible. And I didn't want that. Obviously, if I could make one phone call and it work, that'd be great, but I don't expect that. I have super low expectations for the first phone call. When I do kind of lowball, the guy didn't even believe the fucking offer. And he asked me for the VIN, and I was reluctant to give him the VIN. I was staring right at it. I didn't want to give it to him because I didn't want him to call them and then me get a reputation for this guy's making up crazy offers. So that's the only part of the entire process where I could think, you know, this is kind of wrong in a sense, because typically what I would do if it wasn't a TRD Pro, you know, you would have examples that are different prices, and I could honestly negotiate a price down on another vehicle, not this. I'm just using this as an example because, well, it's in front of us. You would be able to negotiate the price down and actually use that as leverage, but if you don't, that's the next best thing. Dealerships hit you with smoke and mirrors all the time. Sure, Toyota was badass, they were awesome, they did some really great stuff. They didn't hit me with any bullshit. Reliable, trustworthy people, I can't say that enough, but you gotta watch your back. Dealerships aren't always 100% of the time out to help you out. They're out as a business to make money, and then you got any type of commission incentive-based program that a company's running, there's gonna be corruption, and corruption kills the consumer benefit of a commission-based incentive policy. In a perfect world, commission is supposed to help the consumer because it's supposed to lead them to the best thing that has created the best need for them and whatnot. I'm not gonna get into all sales, marketing, savvy stuff with you guys, but just keep that in mind. Here it is, that's TRD Pro. If you want to see these videos, you can subscribe down below. If you made it this far, give the video a thumbs up and whatnot. We have gotten her slightly broken in on day one. Ray, if you're watching this, I'm gonna need some paint protection film. So, oh God. I'll be hitting you up.